What's going on here? Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oof, I was hoping to at least get me up to 10. Alright, well, anyways, I need me an interstellar logistics station. So I'm going to go ahead and plop that down right here. And I know you do not have a lot of power, but it is what it is right now. And you, my friend, are going to be requesting the fire ice off of the orbital collectors. And so, I did not make Tesla towers before I left. That's unfortunate. I probably should have done that. I will, however, make do. So, what we're going to do is we are just going to straight up belt the fire ice out. How do I want to do this? I suppose out here? Like this. And then I will set up the chemical plants along here. That is 5 of them. I want 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like so. Okay, cool. And then I need a belt of graphene that's going to head back. You know what? Honestly, yeah, I don't like that. Let's do it. Like this. It's a little funky, it's a little crooked, that's okay. So that is going to be the graphene. That is going to be remote supply. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to set you on remote storage. It's going to store here, and it's going to feed into another logistics hub. Copy this hub. We're going to put it down right here. We're going to put this one on the system. And for a while, it's going to complain and be like, no, we've got no power. We've got no power. And I'm just going to be like, it won't matter. And you are going to be local demand and remote supply. That way I do not I don't strain the drones too much. Now here, I think for this 20 drones should be more than sufficient. And as a matter of fact, I'm even going to belt the graphene in here. So hopefully those drones actually, you know what, now that I think about it, you know, I really don't need any of those drones, do I? Because I can just put another belt. Like if graphene demand actually gets that extreme, 2 belts of graphene going in there should be no problem. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set up the hydrogen line. Here, I will go ahead and use the thermal power. I really had no intention of ever using these thermal power plants because I really don't like the idea of burning hydrogen when I need so much hydrogen in order to make deuterium and Casimir crystals. It's absolutely ridiculous how much hydrogen I actually need for all of that. But in this particular case, there's just like no real... There's no power production to be had on here. There's just not. So it's like I have to do this. So we'll go ahead and set up the inputs here. And actually I should probably go ahead and set up the advanced graphene recipe. And that way they know what things they're going to be outputting. So let's go ahead and give you graphene here, hydrogen here, graphene here, hydrogen here. And I could absolutely copy and paste these sorters and all of these settings. However, I like the I really like the simple, you know, the click, ka-thunk, click, ka-thunk. I really like the feedback. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I really enjoy it. It gives me a sense of satisfaction. Now, there is a good chance that all of these chemical plants making graphene will actually manage to produce more hydrogen than these thermal plants can actually burn. And if that ends up being the case, then the hydrogen will back up and graphene production will eventually, inevitably, back up. And that's a little bit of a problem. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, well, first of all, we're going to go ahead and put some power down because I'm not sure exactly how big of an issue this is going to be. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that my power is all good to go here first. And let me just real quick, I'll go ahead and put down some of the full accumulators. That we can get some production going here. Logistic vessels can warp. They need space warpers, however, and now that has opened up this slot.
You have unlocked the logistics carrier engine level 4. It allows the logistics vessel to warp, but they will consume 2 space warpers back and forth to transport cargo. So needs to make sure there are enough space warpers in the interstellar logistics station at any time.
Grammar on that could use a little bit of work, but thank you very much, good sir. I, however, do not plan on using space warpers right now, and some people might think that is sacrilege, that is absurd. And yeah, maybe to a certain extent it kind of is. However, like I said, I'm taking things nice and slow. I don't want to use resources if it is not strictly necessary. Now, right now, the chemical plants are running relatively slow because they don't have the power they need. Maybe I'll go ahead and set you guys to 30 megawatts for charging right now. That should help a little bit with the power grid. It did. Let's go ahead and put down some more accumulators. There we go. We're getting pretty decent amount now. So now these things should start kicking in. The thermal power plants. And the conversion rate, it's not great. But we're producing some power off of those. I just need to see if these are going to back up, and in fact it does look like they will. Oh, and I didn't make a storage building. I really should have done that. Thankfully, they are not all that expensive at all. So let's, oops, nope, I don't want those. I want liquid storage, don't I? Why can I, oh, iron ingots. Is there some iron? There is some iron. Okay, I can real quick fix that. I mean, it's not ideal, but we'll go ahead and mine a little iron ore and make some iron ingots if that's what's necessary here. I want to make like 3 of these. That'll do. Thank you. And so all I'm gonna do. Oh, I actually had a whole bunch of these. I didn't need to make them in the first place. Well. Oh well. So we'll go ahead and put 3 of those down like that. And I will go ahead and feed that into here. Go ahead and cut that off. I'll go ahead and have it feed back out of here. And so it'll constantly be feeding those. However, I'm then going to wrap this around like so. And bring these in here so that you can also, hold up. You can also provide hydrogen back home, potentially. Yes, very good. Very good. Now, the transport range of the warpers. Okay, so let me take a look at this. Distance to enable warp. Space warpers can be equipped and activated by vessels automatically if the distance is reached. Activating a warp will consume huge amounts of power. So, I think what I want to do here is I want to reduce this so that it will ship out graphene. Now, I don't know if I have any graphene actually being demanded back in my main system. Matter of fact, I probably don't. Not from a different place. So I don't have any remote demand out there. So we'll need to check that. However, I know I have remote demand for hydrogen. So I would very much be interested in seeing how that works out there. It's going to take a little bit while for all of the hydrogen to get there, but that's okay. You know what? As a matter of fact, maybe I should feed the hydrogen into here. Yeah, we're gonna change this a little bit. We're gonna feed the hydrogen into here. And I'm going to do the same thing I was doing with graphene. Is we are going to belt the hydrogen over to this one. we are going to do that so that I can remote supply here, but I can local demand here, and I can do, for hydrogen here, I can remote demand a local supply. So they will go get hydrogen from the ice giant that I can then provide over here and have this get sent out. Now it has logistics vessels, so I can in fact ship hydrogen back there. The only question is, what kind of settings do I have to set here in order to make them do this? Now, for the most part, they want to use warpers in order to ship things from one system to another. So normally it wouldn't even really try to, or normally it would try to use warpers to ship from Gamma Serpentis to ties. That is normally how they would do that. However, you can make them go without using any warpers at all. It's just a matter of figuring out what settings I need to do. They also might need a certain level of power before they are willing to head off for a trip that far. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm really not all that sure. But as a matter of fact, I was thinking that maybe I didn't need multiple belts, but since I'm doing this, I think we definitely need to be feeding that hydrogen a little bit faster into this one. And I know there's demand for hydrogen over there. Oh, wait, no, there isn't demand for hydrogen over there because it's actually backed up because graphene is what stopped my Casimir production. That's right. That is right. Okay, so let me take a look at graphene real quick. Before I head back, I need to see... So it's needed in Casimir crystals, it's needed in carbon nanotubes. And it's needed to make miniature particle colliders. So mostly, it's really just going to be Casimir crystals because I plan on using the Spinoform here in order to make carbon nanotubes. So really it's just needed for Casimir crystals. So that would be where I would want to demand it. That is where I would want to ship it. Okay. So, by the way, are my accumulators already dead? They are already dead. However, the thermal power plants are doing a half-decent job of keeping things going there. So this tower will have to fill up, and this tower will have to fill up before this really gets backed up with graphene. So that is perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and very quickly, I believe I left, yes, I left 10 chemical plants. That's good. Although I don't think is carbon nanotube made in the, yes, it is made in the chemical factory. Okay. So I need to find the... I believe it was on this planet. It might have been on the other planet where the Spinoform was. Yeah, it was the other planet. Okay, so I need to set up an entire other system. Not an entire other power grid on the other planet in this system. Which I'm not entirely sure where... There it is. It's over there. So I need to set up an entire other power grid over here. Now, thankfully, this planet is a little bit better off in terms of solar power. You know, it's only 60%, but it'll be a little bit better. So I will use some of the solar panels that I created over here. Because I'm actually out of the wind turbines. Oh no, I have 8 left. Do I have more or less what I would need to make those? I mean, that's just iron, more iron, and a little bit of copper. And splat. Ooh, what even is this planet? A red stone planet. Interesting. It's pretty. It is very, very pretty. Okay, so what I need to do is find the Spinoform Crystals. Where are the Spinoform Crystals? Ah, here is one of them. Oh no, this is it. That's exactly all there is, right there. Okay, so I need to head off this way, I believe. Yep, there they are. 1.3 million Spinoform Crystals. Alrighty. Oh, that's actually wood. Looks like a giant mushroom to me, but okay. If you say it's wood, I'll just take your word for it. I will take your word for it, game. Do I have any foundations on me? I do. Good. Because this is not acceptable. Not in my work area. No. Okay, so for the Spinoform Crystals, well, hold up. I need to set up power, don't I? How do I want to set up power here? Let's go ahead and take a look at information for the thing. So the axial inclination is 13 degrees. The orbit inclination is 6 degrees. So yes, let's go ahead and okay, so it's kind of tilted towards the yeah, this part is the North Pole is going to be more tilted towards the the star here than any of the other poles. It rotates, you know, reasonably quickly. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and let's find the pole here. The pole is right up here. Now the water is a little bit of an issue, but it shouldn't be too bad. I didn't bring a lot of foundations with me, but I brought enough to do what needs to be done, I think. And there is iron and copper here, so if it comes down to it, we can create some more things that I might need. So let's go ahead and start there, and go ahead and do this. These aren't going to generate a lot of power, but they should be relatively decent. Plus, you can kind of pack solar panels in a whole lot better than you can wind turbines. So in that sense, you know, they're a little easier to work with. It's just that their power isn't necessarily constant, which is the most annoying thing to me, really. Okay, and the Spinoform Crystals are down this way, so I want to get rid of this water, and what I'm going to do is very, very simple. I'm going to take the accumulators in my inventory, the full accumulators in my inventory, and I am going to just pull these down this line. so that I can connect this power grid down here to where I need this to be. Okay, and now we will go ahead and set up our extractors. So that is 6 of them. 6 should be more than enough. Okay, so Spinoform Crystals are all I need for Carbon Nanotubes. Excellent. So now, where do I want my planes? You know what? This is a reasonably decent stretch of land, so I can go ahead and use that. So let us go ahead and run this down like so. And for over here, run this down like so. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little cleanup here just because my OCD demands that I not waste these resources. So I will see you guys once this is done.